Hello everybody, a very, very good morning to you and welcome back to a brand new week in the markets, which means a whole new set of economic data and a whole new set of hopefully good opportunities. We're going to be covering our weekly preview stream today, so it's going to be everything we need to know coming up this week. It's actually quite a big week. There's quite a lot of higher impact data that we've got to go through, and I'm actually got no open trades at the moment, so I'm going to be doing a complete top to bottom of my current market watch list to see what are the best opportunities that we can get. So for those who watch my streams quite regularly will know that this is a stream that I always do every Monday, because this is an exercise which I think that all traders should do, and that is some people do it on a Sunday night before the markets open. I do normally do that, but because I do this Monday morning stream as well, I just decided to do this exercise with you, which essentially is just going through sort of deleting any outdated analysis and going through and looking at the market events that we've got coming up in our economic calendars and trying to link that with some of the best markets to trade, the ones that have got the most potential for some movement and for some opportunities. That's what we're going to be doing today, and we've got some very exciting news as well from the Atmos front. Over on our prop side is that our competition winners will be announced today. So if you're not in the Discord channel, make sure you are, because the winners will be announced today in the Discord channel. So hopefully, good luck to all those who participated, and if you didn't manage to be successful this time, then come and join us next time, because we've got more of these giveaways coming. We're giving away $1 million worth in trading challenges, so there's plenty to get stuck into, and the winners for today, the prizes for today, will be two-step challenge accounts ranging from 5 to 50,000. Okay, if in the future you wanted to know anything more on that, it is all on our Discord channel, but this is the kickofflabs.com/giveaway/Atmos giveaway. I'll drop the link in the YouTube chat now if you want to get involved in any of our competitions going forward, any of our free giveaways. All you got to do is enter your email address and you'll be put into the draw to win. So it's very, very exciting indeed, and a good way to start the week, hopefully, for those who are successful on that. Good morning to those who have sent messages through on the Discord channel. Dibble, hello to you. Good morning. I hope you're doing well. Thank you very much for the message today. Curtin, hello to you, and I hope you're doing well and had a good weekend. Jack, hello to you. Good to see you. I know sometimes you can only watch and catch up, so I appreciate you coming to join me live, and I hope you are doing well as well. And hello to everybody else who's tuning in, whether that be live or also on our catch up, because it's a recorded session that gets put on the YouTube channel, so you can watch it at any time. Okay, right. Let's start first of all with the news over the weekend, which caused the market movement, and that was the over in the crypto space. For those of you who are invested or looking at cryptocurrencies at the moment, we know that it's had it did have a rough couple of weeks. Really, the whole of the risk asset industry, the risk asset market really took a bit of a dip. But over the weekend, crypto traders had some more positive news, thanks to none other than Donald Trump, of course. Bitcoin surged 10% to 92,900 after Trump announced crypto strategic reserves, which is a big thing going forward. So essentially, I'll be honest. When I looked into the news and I found out the news, I obviously looked into. I wouldn't say anything was concrete as such, but the Trump basically announced the strategic crypto reserve, including tokens like XRP, Solana, and Cardano, along with Bitcoin and Ethereum. This move triggered a turnaround in the market, with major coins rising up to 60% in 24 hours. It's things like this that are the reason that, even though the Trump hype is sort of finished now, and we're now in the period of the Trump era, anytime there's anything that's negative said, or there's anything which is pessimistic, shall we say, in the markets, I always think Trump's got a plan. The Trump pump. So I always feel that in this era of this Trump policy, I don't think risk assets will be down for too long. I might be wrong. So things, when we get dips in things like crypto or in the stock market, I think there are potentially some great opportunities during this Trump era to try and catch on to some upside. So this is some good news following that. So we'll wait to see if there's any more concrete news on this. Trump says a lot of things. Whether this actually gets implemented in a way which is positive for cryptocurrencies going forward, we shall see. But overall, a fairly good, news article for you crypto traders and for you crypto bulls. 100%. This is something that is decent. Okay. Right. With that in mind, let's just show you what we saw over the weekend. So, this was at one point, by the way, at one point last week we saw cryptocurrencies wipe out all of the gains that we'd seen since Trump won the US election back in November. It actually acted as a support level. This is where it was, around 80,000. Anyway, it's not actually the reason there was support there. It was on the slide. Now, okay, so we're in a really interesting spot now on Bitcoin, because obviously we had that surge. That was the news we had on Sunday, yesterday. And we are correcting from some of that. And we have run into, for those who trade Bitcoin, we have run into an area of resistance. This is my supply zone. It's basically a resistance area. I think that, to be fair, the reaction from it's been quite strong. So that for me remains the area in which, okay, if we can get a break back above there, that could be the catalyst for the next wave higher in Bitcoin prices. As of right now, I'm not actually going to be actively looking to sell Bitcoin, but we are in a decent area of resistance for those who potentially are a little bit more bearish on cryptocurrencies than others. This is a potentially good area around this 95,000 to 90,000 to actually look for some selling opportunities in the short term and basically come and correct maybe down towards 87, 88. The big question is this the final, because it's our market structure low, right? Is this the floor of the market for Bitcoin? Now, I was actually actively looking for about 70,000 to act as a really good area of support, and I was going to be actively looking to trade that 70,000 level. We're at 91 now, so we're quite far away, but I will keep it in mind. This market structure low now becomes very important, because if we stay above that, then we can continue this upside momentum. As I said, a break above this area of supply, this resistance area, quick retest, and then we can potentially get the blast out to the upside. You probably saw the same in XRP as well, but it's down 10% today. So one thing is for sure is that we're guaranteed volatility now with Trump, and also in crypto in general. We're guaranteed volatility, and you can see that in pretty much all of these majorly risk on assets. Nice breakout on XRP again. We had a resistance area around this 3. That's acting as resistance at the moment. But it looks a bit stronger than Bitcoin, actually, because we can see that we actually created a higher low. I'll be honest, some of these daily candles are horrific. They must be really tough to trade. I'm not an active crypto trader, but yeah, positive news coming out over the weekend. We shall see how that feeds into this week, whether we can continue that momentum or whether we pretty much reverse all of it. It's going to be interesting, that's for sure. Okay, right. For the important things actually we've got scheduled out this week, and if anyone doesn't have any questions throughout the stream, feel free to put them in the Discord channel. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions or cover any markets that anyone wants me to. But for now, let's just have a look now at the top events, the high impact news that we need to be focused on for this week. This is what I always do to see if we can get any, or basically find where the volatility is going to be. So Monday, we have got some news coming out in Europe in the form of their CPI figures. So it could be a busy start to the week for any Euro traders, because we've got their consumer price index data. Forecast is for 2.3%, previous at 2.5%. So that would show a slowdown in inflation, and we could consider that to be potentially weak for the Euro. So we'll see how that one goes. I will, in a minute after I've gone through all the events, I will be going through some of the active trades I'm looking to place, and euro dollar is one of them. We've also got, so it's not really a typical Monday actually, because normally we don't expect there to be too much high impact news events. We've obviously got that EU CPI, and then we've also got the ISM manufacturing PMIs out in the US. So again, forecast is for 50.8, previous 50.9. If we get that, it'll be a bit of a non-event. But if we get a figure below 50, that will show contraction in the manufacturing sector, and that could be weak for the dollar. But if we see a figure, say, above 51, that would show, resilience, robustness in the manufacturing sector in the US, and then we could potentially translate that into some dollar strength. Okay. Into Tuesday, nothing too much. Don't really need to worry too much about Tuesday. Into Wednesday. For those who trade sort of the minor currencies, but some of the alternate currencies like the Australian dollar or the Swiss franc, I think we're going to have volatility across the Forex space this week. We've got Switzerland inflation. We've got GDP out of Australia. We've got a speech from the Bank of Japan governor. So that puts dollar yen back into question, market which I trade quite a lot. And then we've got ISM services PMI and also ADP employment change, because, of course, it's NFP this week. It's going to be very, very important. Okay. Into Thursday, we've got probably the second biggest event of the week, I would say, in the form of the ECB monetary policy decision. So we're expecting a cut from the ECB, but how they communicate their forward guidance, again, is going to be very important. That's why it's very important as well to tune in to my daily live trading sessions, because I will break down the language that was used, whether we can translate that into euro weakness, euro strength, and actually get some trade ideas from that as well. So that's going to be a big one on Thursday. So when that news comes out, I'll make sure I update you on that, and that's really the event that we need to be focused on. Obviously, you get a press conference after the release as well, so that's going to be something to watch out for. And then as we head into Friday, it's the big one. Non-farm payrolls day. Forget everything else. Non-farm payrolls, massively, massively important. The forecast is for 133,000, which would be the second straight month of slowdown in job gains in the US. I will break down on Friday morning what the best sort of scenario, or what the scenarios will be for NFP, whether, like, if we get this number, what that could mean, if we get this number, what that could mean. However, my initial thoughts when I see that is it's quite a low figure, 133,000. It wouldn't surprise me, just instinctively, just thinking, it wouldn't surprise me if we saw a figure above that, to be honest, because the data has been quite strong across the board. And even though last month we saw 143, as you see, the previous month before that was actually revised up. That seems to happen quite a lot. So I wonder if that 143 is going to be revised up as well, and that will translate into some dollar strength, which is sort of where I'm leading into now for the actual trade ideas for this week. Just check there's no questions. I think we're all good. Okay, good stuff, guys. Right, so thinking about this step by step. Oh, I've just deleted something I didn't want to. Sorry, 2 secs. I hate that when you press the wrong thing on TradingView, it gets rid of. There we go, let's get that back. Okay, let's start on the dollar index. Okay, let's drop down a time frame. Let's get rid of everything. Just see it from what perspective we're seeing this from. So, the dollar index is telling me right, okay, so let's have a look at this dollar trade. Dollar index, you can see quite clearly bullish divergence. We have had a move higher as well. So after that bullish divergence, you can see we've had the break. This high here was very, very important to me. We've actually now seen a break of that high. That's our first indication, our first, I would say, piece of confirmation that we could be seeing a dollar which is turning around. Now, where could we get a potential actionable area of support from? Well, Have a look in this. I would look for this FVG, and I'd look for something that looks like this. So it is going to mean it's going to help if we have a bit, stronger data out of the US this week, whether that's in the form of the PMI data or the employment data out at the end of the week. But technically, the dollar, for me, I think the bears have run its course, and I'm about to show you as well a picture of exactly what JP Morgan think. And so overall, one of my best trade ideas for this week is trying to catch on to some dollar strength. Let's now have a look at some of the actual ways in which we can do that. I was just seeing if there was anything on the 1 hour there. Oh, look at that. Right on that EMA 12 as well. Guys, we could be good to go pretty soon. Let's start at the top with AUD/USD. So I'm going to start probably with the trend rider. Probably not the best market. What about GU? Oh no, so yeah. I know you'll probably be watching Hutch in a bit, but we both looking at GU, weren't we? I think this could be a good one. Because if you look at GU, this could be the next one to fall. So quite clearly, here's our bullish momentum. We top out here. Not only do we top out, we actually get a liquidity grab on this high. Right, then there's our first break of structure. A little retest, and we can see we're actually moving now. Okay, interesting. So let's be patient. I want to see something that looks like this. Oh, not like that. Something that looks like this. So then we want to see the confirmation that comes when we see a breakdown below this low. Retest of probably this, when we've had this crossover on this EMA 12. I don't know if there's anything on the 1 hour which actually sticks out a bit more. Got an FVG up here. I think it could be going pretty soon. We could be seeing this move actually a bit quicker than I anticipated. However, I always say that I never actually trade it unless you see the gap between these EMAs. I want it to be 0.3% at least. So this is a mechanical based strategy, and I will be putting it in the trading academy, which I'm building at the moment, I promise. But just all you need to know is I'm looking basically for this blue line to be a resistance line, and you can see it's already started, So what I want to then see is I want to see these moving averages expand from each other. That tells me that the strength's building, or the strength in the trend is building, the bearish trend, and then we can catch in. So that's one for this week. What about euro dollar? Okay, euro dollar. Wow. Yep. This is the one. It's only 0.25%. Interesting. The thing about euro dollar you can see that this clear resistance right up here on these wicks. But I thought we would have seen a little bit of a liquidity grab on these highs now, but we haven't really seen that. It's just acted as just pure resistance. But you can see how the market topped out. Look, it was making marginal new highs, but the RSIs were ticking a little bit lower. That's our divergence play. Let's be patient here. Let's play out for one more day and see something like this. Because it's only Monday, remember, so there's no rush. There's no rush to actually get involved in this. But that's another one which I think looks good. Dollar yen, probably not as strong. Dolly Yen's been a bit of a strange one. There's the breakout, retest, move higher. You can see the bullish divergence as well. Again, this looks pretty good. Probably not going to be an EMA play, but probably just a standard. Caught on some really nice shorts there, but we can delete them now. Don't need to keep going on about them. That was last month. Okay, there's the breakout, retest, break above this high. There's the pause at the moment. So again, we're close. Can't say we're there just yet, but what I want to see is this. That's what I want to see. Okay. USD Swiss. No, I'm okay with that. I'm not really too fussed about that. No, that's not really a great one. Dollar CAD I missed. I missed Dollar CAD last week. I'm so frustrated because I missed such a clear opportunity down here. Down here. But look, sometimes you miss trades. It happens. You have to move on. I think gold looks decent for some more downside, I have to say. Because I want to see gold correct further down to 2,000, at least 2,800, maybe even 2,720. Bit more of a difficult one because if you sell gold at the moment, you're still going counter trend because this is the bullish trend and we're just in correction territory, I think, down towards any of these key support areas, which comes at 2820, 2800, and then 2720 as a maximum. I would rather wait for the pullback to go long than try and short into it counter trend, if you know what I mean. That's something that I would personally rather do. So I'm not really actively looking to trade that one as such. The Nasdaq. Remember last week when I told you guys how we close on Friday is very, very important because this low was in play, basically the bottom of this range. Look what happened. Liquidity grab. So for me right now, it's about trying to now catch on to where we've had this liquidity grab. I'm just trying to see if I can mark anything here. It's FEG, so there's the 50%. What does that look like? I don't like going down the time frames though. There is a 15-minute area of support here if you want to play it risky, but I think I would rather wait for, you see where this 1 hour FEG is, look for something like this and look to carry on that momentum. I wonder if it's a bit clearer on the S&P 500. Not really. I think the Nasdaq the best one there because of this liquidity grab looks really, really nice. So that's another trade idea. So really I'm looking for potentially some dollar longs, but also potentially catching on to where we had that daily liquidity grab on Friday on the Nasdaq as well. So when I do get that trade idea that comes out, in fact, let's have a look. Let's just dive into it a bit clearer. Just want to see what that looks like from a 300-point SL. 5-1 if you target the all-time highs, which by the way, there's equal highs there. Curtin, you're about to say the DAX, aren't you? Where's it gone? Here. Aha. Yeah, I know what you're about to say. I know what you're about to say. Yeah. I knew you was about to say that. Okay, interesting. Right. Oh, there's a gap and equal lows. Oh, this looks good. Well, only thing is though, you can actually see that we have already tested the gap. If I was going to play this curtain, I'd probably look for, you see where these equal lows are? Okay. I would look for something like this. What is that as a risk reward? 4 to 1 if we target. Is that the all-time highs? Yeah. I know. 6 to 1. Not bad. I quite like that. We had a good trade on the DAX, didn't we, at the start of last week? I do like that. 565, it's about a 50-point SL. It's quite a good curtain. It's a good spot from you. We could be coming down to. We could be coming down now. We could be testing that imminently. Okay. Nice. I'm going to post this one. I'm going to. So that's Monday's open. So we take them on. Yeah, I like it. I like it. I'm going to put that in the trade ideas section. I'm going to pop that in the trade ideas section on both. Good stuff. Right, so to summarise it for this week, we have got obviously non-farm payrolls. We've got the ECB decision. I like the look of dollar longs at the moment. It will need some of the data to help you out. Same as anything. We haven't quite had full confirmation of some of those pairs, but like the ones on like pound dollar, dollar yen, euro dollar, they're shaping up pretty soon for me to look to sell into. I like the DAX idea curtain. I'm probably going to do personally probably 0.5% on that, just because it's a 15-minute plan. I don't really like to trade lower than 1 hour, and we did already test the gap and move higher, so that bit puts me off a little bit, but I'll do 0.5% on it. I did also close out my oil trade actually in the end. I did update everyone in the Discord channel about what I was doing, just because I'm just documenting what I do anyway. So I did actually close February in the green. So I'm going to actually post a social media video on TikTok reviewing my performance for February, and we start a new tab in the journal for March. So I'll be looking to fill in those trades as I place them personally, and yeah, we'll see how we go. Okay, good stuff. Right. I will be around in the Discord channel for the remainder of this week. Good luck to those who are finding out if they won the competition. If anyone does need me, feel free to reach out. Until then, trade well, trade safe, and I'll see you all for tomorrow. Thank you.